Tell her pull up to the villa. Buy shit in really, she realize I'm on a mic.
Yo! What is up, YouTube? It's your boy B-Mac back with another video today. Today, we're going to be recapping Florida's National Signing Day, how we finished up. This picture explains it all. The finish was not very good again this year. Dan Mullen has showed us again that he's having a hard time finishing these classes. The class is not bad, don't get me wrong. We address important positions. One I would have liked to see us address more is the safety position. I know next year we'll get DeJuan Black. DeJuan is at JUCO right now. He's a big physical guy, but that's not helping us this year. So let's go through and see who all we were players for, and we pretty much struck out on all of them. Of course, we got Xavier Henderson. He was already committed. He signed his letter of intent. Justin Shorter, another one. Anyway, let's go down a few of who our targets were today and who I was hoping to get today. I knew Jahmyr Gibbs was a long shot. I said it in my previous video. He ends up sticking with Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, much respect to him for sticking out his commitment. There was some Ohio State interest there and Florida interest. But anyway, he ends up, we miss on him. We didn't sign a running back this cycle. We did get the transfer from Miami, but that's, I mean, he's coming off an injury. We don't even know if he's going to be eligible immediately. We'll see. Then probably the biggest miss of the day, Avonte Williams. This one hurt. When you lose a big-time recruit like this, number 2 safety in the country, to an in-state rival, it stings. But that's a big pickup for Miami, and Manny Diaz, he's going to be a stud. We really needed him, too. I was pretty confident he was going to be a Florida guy. But apparently I was wrong, so let's move on to the next one. 4-star athlete DeMarcus Beckwith. We lose this guy to Tennessee. He's going to be a stud as well. What are we doing wrong? What is I mean, I think we need to make some changes on staff for sure. I think Knox needs to go. Definitely Knox. I'd love to have Sider back. Maybe get rid of Knox and get Sider back. I don't know how interested Sider is, but the guy could recruit at least. I believe if we have Sider, we probably land Bowman, maybe Zach Evans. We land one of these big-time running backs, in my opinion. We miss on DeMarcus Beckwith. He sticks with Tennessee. Doesn't stick with Tennessee, but he chooses Tennessee. One guy we did get who, I mean, our defensive line class is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Princely Umalian. I don't even know how to say his name. But I knew it was between us and Baylor, pretty much. Came down to us and Baylor on this recruitment. I was about 50-50 on this one. I didn't really know where he was going to go. I was leaning Baylor just because that's in state. His family wanted him close to home from what I read, but he ends up choosing the Gators. Thank God. Another one we were in there for, we got a visit last weekend, I believe, was Cedric Van Pran. Sticks with Georgia. No surprise there. I mean, we got in a little late. We were making a late push for him, but it's depressing, guys. Really killed my whole vibe today. Not to mention, as we speak, Florida is getting absolutely blown out by Georgia in basketball. So there's that. We got to get rid of Mike White, too. I might do a video on Mike White tomorrow. Who could be our possible replacements for him? He's got to go. Ashad Clayton, our plan B to Jahmyr Gibbs, sticks with Colorado. So once again, like I said, we didn't sign a running back. Guys, the finish of this recruiting class just shows you. Goes to reiterate what I've said in previous videos. We've got to take advantage this year. We've got an easy schedule. It sets up for a run at the playoff. We've got to win the East. We've got to beat Georgia. The way Georgia is recruiting, it's going to be tough to beat them. This year, they're replacing 9 starters on offense. Their defense is going to be fine, I believe, but we've got to find a way to beat Georgia this year. We got to win in Jacksonville. We got to take back some of that recruiting ground, in state especially. A lot of these guys that are in the state of Florida, the top guys, are going to Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas A&M. I mean, come on. We got to find a way to keep these guys in state and lock down Florida. If we can lock down Florida, we're going to be fine in the recruiting game. Okay, so to make matters worse, as I also mentioned in a previous video, or as I predicted, I guess, Georgia made a push and got in the #1 class. Probably, for me, it's my biggest rival as a Florida Gator fan because I live in the state of Georgia. Kirby is a recruiting guru. He hasn't shown that he can win with the talent yet, but, I mean, he's won, of course, but he's not won a national title. But rest assured, I promise you, recruiting is probably more than 50% of college football, I believe. You got to have some players. Of course, coaching comes into play, but the staff Kirby's built around him now, is built to be a contender. I don't think they win it in 2020, but they're probably going to be up there. In 2021, 2022, I don't know. I'm freaking stressed out. Yeah. So, Georgia's building a powerhouse, and we're getting out-recruited by Miami. I won't say out-recruited, but we're getting beat out for recruits by Miami. I'm not trying to criticize anybody. I know the coaching staff is doing what they can. If we want to take that next step as a program, we've got to get better. And I think the new facility upgrades, for those of you who don't know, Florida's supposed to be getting a standalone football complex and all that new stuff where the baseball field used to be. So maybe that'll help out someone recruiting. But anyway, I'm tired of ranting. I was looking for the words to say. That's why I released this video so late. I was hoping I'd wake up and it'd be a dream. So, as always, this is your boy B-Mac. Go Gators. Let's try to do something this year, guys. Please, I'm depressed. Thank you. Have a good day. Make sure to like and subscribe. Love you guys. Peace.